Am I audible to everyone? Okay, can just someone tell me what was the last topic which we have discussed? Did I taught you MVT pattern? MVT pattern, did I taught? Okay, thank you. Thanks for remembering it. MVT pattern, did I taught? Yeah, where I would just say M stands for model, V stands for view, and P stands for pattern. Correct? Now see what I would do. Yeah, fine. Recording is not required. Leave today. So this is MVT. Please carefully notice what I do. Please carefully notice. Okay. I would just like to open up my Sublime text there. Oh, okay. One second. I'm just opening up the file. Okay, one folder is what I'm attaching. Django projects. Okay, fine. I would just like to share you the screen. Notice. Yeah, there is so much of problem in this. I think so. Okay, I hope you people can see up the screen. Please now notice. Notice it. I would just go to my terminal. I will show you how exactly the coding should be done now. Please notice. I would just open up my terminal. I hope you people can see up my terminal there. I would just tell this command is not required for you people. Okay, I would just move into my source. Yeah, I would like to create up one more project. So I would just tell Django -admin start project. I would just tell MVT project. That is my project name. Am I audible, my friends? Am I audible to everyone? Just respond to me. Am I audible? Okay. Maybe my friend, it is might be due to your internet issue. I think so. Then I would just click on this. Yes, I am audible. I mean, I have created the project. You can notice MVT project is ready. Now what I would like to show you is this one. In our previous projects, how was the coding being done? I would like to show. That is in our second project. In our views, sorry, not in the view. Coming back to my template. I want everyone to answer to this question. Not required, my friend. Our recording is not required today. Please notice here. Please notice. In this HTML code, did we mixed any other language code of a front-end part? Please tell. Did we mixed any other language code along with HTML? Please answer. No. Okay. I don't know what you people have understood. My question is, inside this HTML language, any other language code did we mixed? One candidate is telling Python code is being mixed. Okay. Please observe. Please observe. I would like to say CSS code is being mixed here. CSS code is being mixed. And I would just logically say one item HTML only. HTML should be there. CSS should be injected dynamically. Dynamically, it should come. You should never write up your CSS code also inside HTML. That is my question. I mean, that is what I am trying to tell here. When you write up a code, make sure you write up a HTML code separately. Don't write up your CSS code. Don't do that. Sir, then how to write a code of such style? Then I will show it to you how to write a code of such style. Just watch my diagram. I mean, watch the program. This one I would just logically close it. I would just come over here to my MVT project. Here, okay. Wait a minute, hang on. I would just go to my terminal. I would just create up one app. So I would just like to move to my MVT project. Here I am there, Python 3.8, manage.py, start app. I would just tell MVT app like this. Oh, what is the command? I had forgotten the command. I hope this is the command. Django-admin start app MVT app. I'm sorry. I have done. So it's like to register that MVT app there. I would do my settings file. I have to install that. I mean, I will register that app. MVT app. Notice. I would just like to create one simple folder at the project level. So this is MVT project. At this level, I will create one folder called and of course how to register the template you people already know. os.path.join. This is our base underscore directory comma template, and this path I would just name it as template underscore dir, and I would just like to register it here. This registration I created a template directory. Same way you should also create up one more folder at the project level where I will tell the folder name as static. It is inside the static folder you keep up all your static files like output, I mean CSS file. If you want to display some images and that image file like that you should keep. I have created up a static folder, and inside a static folder I would like to keep one file, or sorry, okay, one file I would keep where I would tell the file name as output.css, and I would also like to keep up one more file or one more subfolder inside this, or maybe only CSS, let it be for the first example. Now this CSS file, I mean the static folder also I should register. Please notice I would just register it. os.path.join. I would just tell base underscore dir comma static. I would just tell static underscore dir. It is done. The static directory is also done. Please notice as how you have registered your template directory here. Same way static information also should be registered here. Please notice with respect to static folder. I will tell you how static folder information you will get. Notice I would just tell static files underscore or static file underscore directories equal to, you should create up a list, and inside that list you should keep up your, 1 second, wait my friend, am I audible to everyone? First respond to me, everyone just ping me, am I audible? Yeah, I hope the candidate who is asking me multiple times, I hope you're getting to know. For everyone it is audible, it might be due to your internet issue. I think so, I am sorry. I would just like to continue further. I would like to repeat up few points whatever I have told. First, create up a static folder, and inside the static folder you keep up your static files information, and you create up a static thing, and then you register here. Maybe I would just write it as a point. Create a static folder to keep all the static files. In the bracket I would just tell CSS file, images, etc. Like that, many files if you want you can keep. Now I would also say register the static file or static folder information in static file as shown below. I would just register that. Please notice how to register. I would just tell static files underscore directories equal to static file underscore directory. Like this we have to register, and of course that static directory information I have to get like this. Or I would just tell static underscore directory. Am I clear here, my friends? Am I clear here about what I said? Information of the static files, you have to register it like this. As how you have registered your template folder, like that only you should register. Everyone got a picture? Everyone got what I said? Okay. Maybe this one also I would just write it for your reference. Please notice, for static things, for static things, the information is static dir. What is static dir? This complete information. Like this, we should inform, register the static folder information in static file, information in not in static file, in settings.py file as shown below. Is this clear? First write these points, my friends. First write these points in your book. Take the heading as registering a static folder. Like that you take and write that point. Be quick. Yeah, you can give the path. Inside base underscore dir, you have a value there. That's all of the path. That's all you can give it. Naveen, Naveen, ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹಾಕೋ. Just send me a screenshot to my email ID, my friend. I will see to it. If you just tell the error like this, I cannot debug it. Can I proceed? Okay, I will see to it. Fine, I will see to it. Okay. If it is done, I would just get into my project. So I have created this particular part, output.css file. Okay, if that is the case, notice. Just notice the way how I code. It is, I mean to say, like this, we are segregating to achieve something called as modularity, where front end should be completely separated. In the front end, if there are static information, that should be dynamically injected. Like that, we are bringing in something called as modularity over here. I would just tell MVT app in the views. View, what I will do is I would show you many things. Please observe. I would just tell from. Oh, this is a view, is it? Okay, okay, okay. I would just write a view. I would just tell display. I would just tell. I would like to import package the date just to from date time module. Please import date time class. I would just tell date time dot now, and I would just tell server time, and notice server time dot the string format of the format, it is a hover format. I would just get the data in the form of a string. I would just like to convert that into integer. I would just tell this one server time. I would just tell hover. Keep observing is the keep observing it. How I would dynamically inject the value. I will show it to you. I would just tell if hover value is less than 12, message plus equal to, okay, message I would just create. I would just tell like this. Yeah, let that be a one message. Let it be. I have other setup here. Just notice. I would just tell. I would like to create up a dictionary object, and inside the dictionary object, I would like to keep a message, and that is my message. And here, as usual, I would just return the render for this request. This is the file. And please notice, I would like to send up my dictionary object there. The dictionary object is being thrown out. Please observe the other cases. first one, where is my URLs of the project? MVT project. Okay, here I am. MVT project. This is my settings file. Every setting is done. Okay. Keep observing. I would just go to my URLs, and with respect to my URLs, I would just like to add display, comma. Okay, I would just import the package. I would just tell from MVT app, please import the view. Okay. I'm setting up a view at the project level. I mean to say at the URLs level. I would just tell views dot display. I would just tell name equal to server time. Notice I would just come back to my HTML code, which I have kept it up inside my which folder? Template folder. I didn't create it, so I would just create output.html. Please notice here I would just tell HTML. Observe the output. This is my output tag. I would just tell h1, or okay, I would just tell h1 itself. I would just say the server time is okay. In the views, I would just also like to send up my server time. Server time. So this is my server time. I would just copy it. I would just keep that server time. Keep observing. I would just tell h2. The message from the server is. I would just tell views.py. I would just tell this is the message. This is my message. I want an answer here. Everyone, just answer to me. Did I wrote any CSS code inside this HTML now? Please answer. Did I wrote? I will answer to your query. Just wait for some time. I am teaching up some technical stuff. Don't disturb me in between. Did I inject any CSS code? No. Dynamically, I will inject now. Watch it. I will tell with respect to my h1 tag. I would just say font size, let it be 50 pixel. I would just tell color, let it be green. With respect to my h2 tag, let the font size be 100 pixel. Let the color be server time. Okay, color be blue. Some color I had given up. Now my question is, this file should be injected dynamically here. It should be injected dynamically here. How would you inject if you ask? This is the way I will inject. Watch it. First only I would inform my HTML file to load. What to load? The static files to load. Static files. Sir, which static file? Dekho idhar. This static file. It should be loaded. When I tell this static file to load, immediately it will check the static files. It will go to static dir. That static dir information already you have given here. That complete static folder will be loaded. Next one, I would like to link that file. How would you link? What's it? Link relationship is style sheet. I would like to link my static file. That static file name you should tell here. That's all. Got what I did? First, I informed about my static file. After that, the static data I am just keeping up. I mean to say that CSS file I am dynamically injecting. Not only that, one more I would like to show. Notice, inside the static folder, I would like to keep one image also. Maybe I will just go to the internet. I would just like to load one file. I would just tell our country image. I would just load. Wait a minute, I'm just searching up a file. I would just like to save this image. Inside this file only I will save country. Please notice, everyone please observe, inside this static folder. Oh, where did I save that? One second. Oh, I don't know where I have saved. One second, wait. I would just like to keep one image there. I would just go here, Django project, source folder, MVT project, static, and here I would just keep the file. I would just tell country.jpg. Now I would just show it to you from the internet. I did that change. I would just go here. Please notice this country logo I have kept. Everyone seeing it? Everyone observed? This logo I would just dynamically inject it. Notice how I would inject. I would just tell img. This is the tag which we use, and alert message also I would like to give, telling it as cannot display, something like this. And here it is a static information where the information I should give it as png. Getting to know what I did, that image also I am just bringing in, and that image also I am keeping it. That's all, by loading up the static file. See, all the things whatever is there in the static folder section will be loaded to you, and you can also use. See, I am telling output.css file from the static folder you keep. Watch it, country.png file from the static folder you keep. Like that I am keeping up. That's all. Is that okay? Is that okay? Now tell me, inside this HTML code, only HTML code is there, and CSS and images folder don't you think are they being dynamically injected upon our requirement? Is it don't you think it is dynamically injected? Like this only you should write or keep your project. The modularity you can bring in now. Now notice, I would just like to go to my thing, and I would like to run the code. Let us see if there is a mistake. I would just update that mistake. I would just show it to you. Here I am, and I would just tell python manage.py run server, and on this port number I would just run it. Oh, shit. Screen, is it not visible? Okay, notice now I would just run the server. Yeah, notice it got it is running. I would just like to go here. It is telling display. Notice /display, and I would just hit enter key. Tell me now, are the static files information, I mean to say, it is coming up? No, But is the CSS information being injected? Please notice, are they being injected? No. Observe, are they being injected? Not visible screen? Visible, yeah. Please notice, is it being injected? Okay. No, no. Let us see why. What is the mistake? We shall see it up first. I would just go to the server. I would just tell static slash output.css. I would just tell. My server is not aware of where output.css file is. That is the reason it is not injected. Wait, I would just go to my settings file. In the settings, any mistake did I made is what I need to check. No. Everything is proper. One second. I would just see to it. What is the mistake? One second. Inside a static folder, I have kept output.css. Okay. One second. I would just check it out. Okay. Fine. Please notice, I would just show it to you. It was a small mistake. That's all. Are you noticing? I would just go back. I would refresh the page. Please, everyone, can you see up the screen? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Notice, I would just tell slash display. I would just tell, and if I hit enter key, notice, is it been injected? Yeah, because it is 4 a.m. I am getting up. Good morning, and then I am displaying up our country logo there. That's all. Nothing. It was been properly been configured. Only one small change. I have to code it up in a new line as a value. I need to keep like this. That's all. That is the only change. Is that clear? Everyone clear with what I said? Static contents means there are such type of contents where this CSS code, images, all these contents are static content. Those contents will not dynamically change. What would change is your HTML content will change. So for those contents, you will apply it for your tags and then you will display it up. That's all. They are called a static content. I hope I am completely clear for everyone. Just to be very quick in writing up a code of this style. Be very quick. Can I proceed? Okay. So now I would ask you people a simple question. Try to answer to it. Yeah. Maybe I would just move for my basic workspace. Huh. This I would just like to close it. Please answer this. Till now, what we have seen is we have seen a view where you would be writing up a business logic template. This is the place where you would be writing up your HTML code. Not only that, with respect to this HTML code, I would just say you will create one static folder, and with respect to the static folder, you will keep up your CSS files, images, which can be injected automatically. Yes or no? The only thing which is left out is the model now. This is the place where you keep your database information. So now let us see how to use this model part. Is that clear? Now I would just go here. I would just create up a simple project. I would just say Django -admin start project. I would just say DB project, the database part. Yes, the project is ready. You can notice this is the project. Now what I would do, I would just tell cd db project. As usual, you have got that project. I would just tell Python, or I would just tell Django -admin start app database app, something like that. I would just tell. It was a spelling mistake. Yeah, the app is also ready. You can notice the app is there. Yeah, I would just like to connect that app over here, and I will show you many things as to how to work with the database closely. You people should watch it. I would remove all these folders from the project. Yeah. I would just like to add only the DB project folder to our workspace. So only this DB project. Yeah. Please notice DB project. This is my DB app, and this is my project. As usual, I will go to my settings file, and the first step is to inform about the app. So I would just tell DB app. That is the app which I have registered. Of course, static and all, I am not doing it up currently. Only about the models I would like to speak. Only about the models I would like to speak here. First, watch Django framework. By default, support by default gives a database as SQLite. By default, it gives a database connection, gives a DB connection. I will tell DB connection for SQLite. By default, it gives that connection. If you are not interested with that, yes, you can opt for other one. It also supports by getting the connection to other databases like, I would just say, maybe for MySQL it supports, for Oracle it supports, etc. It gives a support for all the three. Is that clear? It gives a supports for all the other databases too. By default, it will give a support for SQLite. Now, if you want to get a connection to MySQL, to get a connection to MySQL from Django, we should install a library called MySQL client. I would just tell to install MySQL client, we use command called pip install MySQL client. Is that clear? I would just install this and I would like to show it to you. Notice there, I would just tell pip 3.8. Maybe I would install it to the root level. Sudo pip 3.8 install MySQL client. I would just press enter key. It is asking me to enter up the root password. Yes, I am just giving it. Yeah, already I have installed it. So it is telling yes, it is already installed. Like that, it is telling. Is that clear? I would like to show you the version. Like this. Please observe, it has been installed and this is the MySQL version. You people also should do the same thing, that's all. And I would just come over here to check the MySQL client version. We can use the following command. I would just tell pip show MySQL client. Is that clear? I hope I have told you how to do this basic setup, and then I will tell you how exactly it can be configured. So please be very quick in writing up this. Be very quick. Okay, I hope you people would have copied this. Now notice I would show it to you how to do the other activities. Observe by going to my database code. I would just show it. Notice everyone, I hope you people are seeing up. Can you observe here databases that complete information is here? Can you notice? I would just show it to you how it can be injected now. Notice I would like to inject it with the MySQL, so I would just tell MySQL there. It is asking me to tell the database name. I would just tell the database name, where the name happens to be. I don't know what was the database which we have created there. I would just tell MySQL. I'm just opening up MySQL there. Just wait for some time. What was the database name, my friends? Here the database name. Okay. Other things I would just like to inject. One is user. Database, not the table name. Database. User, I would just tell it as root. And password also I would just like to keep. This is my password information. Sufficient. So database I am just opening up. So this is my database part. So I've just opened it. I wanted to know the database name. ABC August is the database name. So employee is the table. I would like to do copy paste. So I have just copied the database name and I have kept. Is that okay? These are the changes which you should make. I would just like to keep this information in my notepad so that you people can copy it. Now notice screen not visible. Okay. To I would just tell to give the information of databases. We need to configure settings.py file as shown below. This is how we should configure it. I hope I am clear there. And if you carefully notice, when you manually wrote the code of PDBC, I hope this is how you people would have configured it. Yes or no? Maybe engine you wouldn't have done, at least the database name and the password, at least like this you people would have configured. And now same way you configure it to your database, I mean to say your Django framework. That's all. Please be very quick in writing it up. Maybe I would just tell here db name. I would just tell here as username of the database. Yeah, not possible. Not possible, because you are informing your settings.py file, every setting should be done there only. And that too it is a separate layer. Please, if you can closely observe, notice you are keeping it in a settings.py file under a dictionary called databases. Like this only, if you copy it, it would be better. Why? Because you might get confused. Wait, like this only you copy it, the complete thing. Here you just tell database name, username, password of DB engine. Please understand this key names and all you can't change. Please understand that these key names cannot be changed. This info, these keys correspond, these values are changing up, but these key names are same, because that is a inbuilt dictionary with this key and the corresponding value. So key names you can't change. Don't tell, sir, I will write it in lowercase. Very badly it will scold. You will never get the output. This is a framework rules. Properly configure it like that and keep quiet, so that remaining things database engine, I mean Django framework, will take care. Can I proceed now? Okay, just observe, just watch it. to check whether you have a connection object with you or not. Same way, you just change your Oracle. Same way, just change it to Oracle. Here, write it as Oracle. That's all. Fine. I would just come over here. I would like to clear up my screen. Notice, just to check whether the connection is there or not, to get the connection object, I would just tell like this: Python 3.8 manage.py shell. There is one option called shell. Please observe, I would just press enter key. Yeah. Here I can just tell like this: from django.db, please import connection. Now I would like to get the cursor object. Cursor object is required to speak with the database. You know that. I would just tell connection dot cursor. This is to check whether we have the connect cursor object or not. Please observe, if you don't get any error like this, it means that Django framework is aware of your database connection. That is the meaning. So I would just write it here. Don't worry, I will write one code and I will show it to you. I will tell to check the DB connection. We can run the following command from terminal: Python manage.py shell. After that, here you will get the option like this. I would just tell from django.db, you please import connection. I would just tell cursor equal to connection dot cursor. If you get like this without any error, it means that you have a connection object with you. That is the meaning. Is that clear for everyone? Everyone understood? After checking out like this in the terminal, if no error, if you get, it means that the cursor object is there and you can perform any operation, whatever you want. That is the meaning. Please be very quick in writing up these three things also. Okay, just observe this. I would just go to my thing now. With respect to my DB app, I will do some changes. Notice I will go to my models. Watch it. How to create a model? If you ask, model means a database thing. I would just tell here, maybe I would write it here so that you will get a picture, because that board is not working properly. For that reason only I'm pissed off from morning. Watch it. Models means what actually a model? If you ask me, I would say model means it is a combination of a table plus your column names. That is actually a table. So how would you represent a table? If you ask, a table is represented as a class name. How would you represent a column? I would just show it to you like this. Notice attributes or properties of a class represents table. Sorry, the column names. Am I clear here, my friends, for everyone? How would you represent a table? If someone asks, you will represent a table as a class name. How will you represent a columns? If you ask, attributes or properties of a class represents the column. Now I would just tell Django framework internally supports the models in the form of ORM. I would just tell object relational mapping. How many of you have heard about this tool called ORM tool in your Java classes? Not heard? Okay, just heard. Okay. How many of you have heard about something called as Hibernate? Hibernate you have heard, but you don't know what is ORM. That's great. Hibernate is one of the implementation of ORM tool. In Java, to work with the database feature in the enterprise application, you people should install this Hibernate jars. But Django, no need of that. Internally, it supports in the form of ORM. Internally, it gives. I will show you the meaning. Watch it. I would just come over here. I would just show. Watch it. I would tell I need a model. I would just tell the model name. I would just tell it as a student model. All these things for time being, it is not required. Notice student class now is a model. Means the student actually represents the table name in the database. I will not create the table. Table gets created automatically. You notice, I will show you how it gets created. I would just tell with respect to my model, I would like to store my integer data, where I would tell this is my student number. See, student number. I would just tell student name. Notice, this is my student name. Max length maybe 15 I will give. Means how many characters should be there, that is the meaning. I will tell student name, student age also I want, so I will tell model integer, student age. I would just tell student address, so I will tell yes address. This can be a 50. Are you noticing, my friends, now? Model, this is only my model class. So I would just tell, keep observing, you will get to know. Table name. What you have to get there, if you ask, student should be the table name because it is a class name. When it comes to attributes, I would just tell column names, student number. I would just tell S number attributes. I would just tell instead of that columns, student number, student name, student age, student address. How many of you understood this? What I said? Whatever model you have given up, that class name will act as a table name. Whatever column names you have specified, those column names, I mean, these attributes will act like a column names of the table. Is that okay? Understood with what I said? Did I made it as SID? I don't know. No, it's number. I hope I am clear. Even in your Hibernate also same way you would have done it up. But here it is not required. Hibernate internal mechanism is given up through models in our Django framework. That's all. Just what you can do is just write this in your book first. You should be very quick. You should be very quick. Can I continue? Can I continue? Okay. Now notice, everyone should observe this carefully. This is for the user or for a programmer. This complete information I had given it to you for a programmer, but Django will do one more additional thing. What it would do is it will change the table name. Sir, how can it change the table name? Our class name is student. How it will change? Will it change it to any other name? No. It will first look at your app name. In our case, the app is DB app underscore student. Like this, it will change it to the table name. Columns. columns, please notice it will create like this only, but additionally one more column it will attach, that is primary key entry. This is what my Django framework will do for the user. Tell me, is this good or bad? You just gave this information. Django will do this much, and at the database it will give these things. I will show it to you how exactly it will do. Notice, notice now. First step, to create a table in the database, Django had given the commands as shown below. Don't write down anything now. First step is Django -admin. In order to first create up a table, what you should do is you should create a query. The query should be ready. In order to make the query ready, you should tell make migrations. You should tell like this. This will create a query. In order to create a table, query should be ready, right? Create table, table name, all these columns, that query will be ready here if you tell this way. Second step, to see, or maybe wait, I would just write like this. Create a query. To create a query of table creation, the command is Django -admin make migrations. To see the query generated by Django, we can use this command Django -admin. The command is this one, not this one, sorry. I would just tell Python manage.py SQL migrate, and you should tell app name space file name. I will show it to you, you don't worry. Third step, after creating the query, you should execute. To execute the query generated by Django, I would just tell you the command name. Just notice, to execute the query, you should just tell Python manage.py migrate. If you tell like this, yes, table will be ready. What you can do is, just as a note, write these 3 points first. Just as a note, you write all these 3. I will show, and then only I will conclude the session. First, write this one in your laptop. I mean, in your book, please copy it. Be very quick. Don't worry about the comments. Can I proceed, everyone? Can I just execute these things and can I show it to you? Okay. Please stop writing. Don't ask me to repeat these steps because I cannot repeat it. Just once correctly I will show. Notice in the settings.py file everything is done. Yes, I have updated my app also. So I would just go to my terminal because in the models every information I had given up. So I would just come out of this. Notice I would just tell Python 3.8. Oh, sorry. What was the commands to just create up a query? I would just check. Yeah, I would just tell Django-admin. Please, can someone tell me the query? I mean to say Django-admin. Make migrations is the command to create a query. First of all, I would just tell make migrations. I would just press enter key. Please notice. One second. Oh, I did a mistake. Wait. The command is not this. It is python manage.py. And it is make migrations. I'm sorry. I would just come over here. Notice make migrations. Oh, okay. Notice it is telling no changes detected. Oh, okay. One second. If that is the case, where am I? I am. This is my database. Okay, no problem. It is the app. I would just like to save this. I would just tell Python 3.8 manage.py make migrations. Please observe. I didn't save the code for that reason. Notice it has created a model for student. Can you notice? And what is the app name? DB app. And this is our file name. So in order to see the query, how exactly it looks, for that also I have told you the command Python 3.8 manage.py SQL my, what was the command name? I had forgotten the command. SQL migrate. After that you should tell the app name. Please look at the app. What is the app name? DB app. Leave some space, tell DB app, and then you should tell the file name. When you have to tell the file name, only these numbers you tell it up, it is sufficient. So it is not one. That's all. I would just press enter key. Please notice. Observe, everyone. It has generated, I mean, it has created a query like this. Notice. I have told you it will create one primary key also with the name ID. Can you observe here? After that, your data is there: S number, S name, S age, S address, all those things. So I would just immediately go back to my thing, and here primary key column in the bracket I would just tell ID. Yeah, I would again move back to my thing. So now only the query is ready. You should execute this query. How will you execute it? Python 3.8 manage.py migrate. Please observe, when you tell this much, automatically the table will be created at the database. I will show you the table, all those things. Notice many other internal details it will create. You don't worry. I would show you the table. What is our table name? Table name is app underscore student. This is the table name. The table name I will show it in the database. Don't worry. Yeah. You will get all these tables internally gets generated for internal usage. You don't worry, you should search for only this database. So I would just, I mean, sorry, only the table in your database. So I would just move to my, where's my MySQL work? Here, I would just go there. Please observe, I would just close all this. This is my database. I would just refresh the database. Please observe, is the table created? I would show it to you. Notice db underscore app underscore student, and I would just make a click on this. And everyone should be very cautious in seeing this one. Is the database, I mean, table created automatically by the framework? Yes. Is the columns already been managed as how we have given it up? Yes. All these things you can notice. Don't you think it is quite crazy where my framework only is doing up all those things with the background work, whatever we have given up? Yes or no? That is the specialty of our Django framework. I hope if you have learned a framework in Java like Spring Boot, if you learn, I mean, if you have learned it up in your Java sessions, I don't know, there also same way it can be done. You need not want to create any table for your framework. For your framework, just tell your class name and just tell up the table name. Everything it gets created automatically. I hope I am completely clear. Now what you can do is all these things. I hope you people would have copied. If I am not wrong, yes. Now what you can do is, please today only type all these things and keep it ready so that tomorrow I will take a class for at least 4.5 to 5 hours, and Sunday 2 hours. If I take everything, I will finish it off it in Django, and then I will conclude your batch. Is that okay? Tomorrow I am planning to take for at least 4.5 to 5 hours class for you people. I will cancel my other batches. I will give preference for your batch. I will finish it up, and then on Sunday 2 hours or 2.5 hours if I take, it will get over. Clear? I hope I am clear there. You people can practice this amount of work in your laptop too. Thank you all, and we shall all meet tomorrow. Tomorrow class timings, I will tell you. Oh, I need to submit the link, is it? Not required leave today. Anyways, we are at the end. We are at the edge of finishing up the course. Not required. Thanks for remembering it. Anyways, we shall all meet tomorrow. Timings, it will be in the morning and afternoon session. Like that, I will plan and I will tell you. Anyhow, in the Slack group, I will update it. Don't worry. Thank you. Today it is not possible. Today it is not possible. Tomorrow I will take 2 sessions, and then Sunday 1 session. Close.